was full of life. He was my everything.
Back at a vigil in May, Shaniqua Baskin mourning her son's death. She was driving her 4-year-old son, Jaquavius, unrestrained in the back seat when her brakes stopped working. She crossed over the median on I-75 near I-94 in Detroit, hitting another car. Jaquavius was ejected, found laying in the highway when state police got there. At the scene, Baskin failed a field sobriety test and told us this at the vigil.
I'm shooken up. I have my child on the ground. Of course I can't walk a straight line. I barely can breathe. Anybody that knows Shaniqua, they know Shaniqua doesn't drink at all.
Nothing has come out yet about her blood alcohol content after the crash. What did come out is that investigators say Baskin knowingly drove her car with bad brakes and with her child not properly restrained. Friday, she was charged with involuntary manslaughter and second-degree child abuse and given a big bond of $20,000 cash.
I think it's a lot with the first-degree child abuse. I think it's a lot. Now, I'm at a loss for words. I mean, when is a lawyer at a loss for words?
Defense attorney Todd Perkins is not involved in this case, but tries almost all of his cases in 36 District Court where Baskin was charged. He says she's being overcharged.
Based upon the press release that I'm looking at right now, this is not a criminal act.
Faulty brakes aside, what about Baskin allegedly knowing her son was not buckled?
It has to be conduct that was reasonably foreseeable that the outcome would be what it was. That's not reasonably foreseeable.
There is a bond redetermination hearing next week where Perkins thinks she'll get a personal bond, then released as the case moves forward.
This is a horrific set of circumstances which this young lady's going to live with for the rest of her life.
At this point, there are no additional charges against Baskin for impaired driving, even after failing that field sobriety test after the crash.